That's a crazy deep question. Mental health, bro. I mean, shit, dude. Do you want me to cuss? No.
Yeah, it's fine.
I bet. Shit, bro. Mental health, bro. To be honest, when I think of mental health, I mean, everybody's always battling with something, whether it's family, it's their job, just trying to make a living, just trying to get food. I mean, mental health is so important for everybody, you know. And I don't think I mean, it's talked about a lot, but I don't think it's talked about enough. Like, man, everybody's always struggling with something, and I feel like the best thing for mental health, man, is just trying to stay positive. I mean, the world's gonna try to tear you down and shit. They're gonna, it's gonna throw you curves, but it's all about how you respond. And if you respond with the right heart, I feel like your mind's gonna follow.
You're saying when you put things out in the world, it's like karma, you know. You put things out
Yeah,
in the world and good things happen.
real shit. Cause I'm like, man, mental health, bro. I don't know. I'm really deep into what is it, psychology, bro.
Okay.
And I was like one of my like I always took a class all throughout college because I just love learning about the mind. Like the mind's so crazy and it's so powerful. Just saying a simple hello to somebody walking by could change their day. You know what I'm saying? You never know, man. There's so much things that are going on. Whether people are dealing with family death, you know, racism outside on the street, you know, there's too much going on to be a bad person.
And so, like, when you're talking about taking psychology and stuff, what is something that like kind of stood out to you, or like a lesson that you kind of grabbed from all of that?
You know what? My last semester I took, it's called Death and Dying, bro. And
Okay.
that shit was deep. Like just the different ways, the different stages of death. You know, family members dying, little like, let's say you die before your parents, how they react, how their mindset is, bro. It just opened my eyes to like, of course, this life isn't guaranteed. You know, we could drive down the block, get hit, and never see each other again. You know, or I could walk down the block and get hit by a bus, bro. You never know. So it's crazy. It taught me, bro, to be grateful and reach out to people. That's why I was reaching out to you, bro, because this is really dope.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. I say like one thing for me that kind of I listened to this guy. His name's Chris Williamson. He's got his little podcast and stuff, and
Yeah,
for him, it's kind of like a little bit of his story. He's like he was a host for a club and all that, and
yeah,
he was partying and doing the whole nine back in that time. And he's like, man, there's more to me, and there's more to different things going on in life. And he's like, I want to just start something and like really just like help people no matter what kind of instance or whatever situation they're going through.
yeah. That's
So
real.
yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, because in psychology we had back in high school we had Croteau.
Yeah. Shout out Kato, man.
Hey man,
Shout out
shout
Kato.
out Croteau. He was a good teacher, probably one of my favorites for sure.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, man, because especially right now it's like everything's online. And a lot of people are more distant from each other now. I mean, we still all get together and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but
Shit change whenever you get a little older, and you know you ain't seeing everybody all the time. We're not kicking it all the time. We got lives, bro. Like
yeah.
we got lives to live, man. We're
Yeah,
always
and
doing
like
something.
it's just them some days where you're super lonely. Yes, like at least for me, I'm an overthinker and stuff. So
Yeah.
I get in my head a lot, and like sometimes it keeps me up at night and stuff. But it's not like anything crazy. It's just like
No, I feel you. What do you do whenever you up late at night, like to help you out with that mental stuff?
honestly, like one thing that I've been trying to do is like a little bit of journaling, just because instead of just sitting here thinking about it and having all these different thoughts and like being stuck, like sitting there all night up, I just write some stuff down because one, you can learn from it eventually. I could look back at stuff that I wrote and I'm like, why were you thinking like that, or what were you
Yeah.
going through?
I
And
seen like there's some power to putting your words on paper. Like you just putting your thoughts down on paper, whether it's goals, what you're going through, what you're thinking about. That way, like you just said, bro, when you do get past it, you're able to look back and be like, you know, I was really deep in my head, but you know, like we're good now. You know what I'm saying? There's
yeah,
some
for sure.
power to putting them words on that paper, bro.
Yeah,
A lot of people say it's like journaling. That I've seen it a lot. People are saying to like go on like go out to eat by yourself and just take a journal and just jot down your thoughts. That's what is crazy about the power of the mind. That's why I'm like, I think if you put it on paper, it's just some psychological like relief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not stuck in your head anymore. You put it down, you put it on paper, you're able to kind of relax after. So that's dope.
Yeah, and for sure. Like kind of going back a little bit too, like the family and shit. Like so, uh, back when I moved out of the house, when
Yeah.
all that shit was going down, what I did the day literally before I went in to sign the papers, I went for a hike, and like it was just me by myself. I don't know why I went. I don't know what I was thinking, but I sat there and I'm like writing down all these pros and cons and all this stuff, and a lot of issues going on and at the time with my mom
Mm-hmm.
and just not really talking to my dad and stuff. So it was like, damn, I'm
Yeah.
about to make like a grown decision at 19 years old. So it was like, it's kind of crazy that I'm thinking about this and when I can't even afford it at the time.
Yeah.
And
That's why I was so down to come stay with you, bro. I was
hey,
like, what?
hey,
I was like, come on, man.
like, bro, that's the whole story of how that shit happened. If I wouldn't have went on that hike, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
So
That's
definitely
crazy.
journaling is probably, I picked it up again just because I wasn't really big on it after a while.
Yeah, I haven't really journaled much at all, but I want to. It's something that I got to work on myself. I
So
want to get into it.
in your case, what is something you would do to handle like the situations you were going through?
I mean, shit, I like to go hoop and shit, so I just go shoot a ball. But if it's late at night, dude, to be honest, and like I'm just by myself kicking it, dude. No, I mean, music is so powerful, dude.
Definitely.
It's so powerful. Usually I just throw on my headphones and listen to music or go on YouTube and literally just watch music videos. Try to take my mind elsewhere and fully soak in just being in the moment. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't really, cause I think I'm an overthinker too, and my thoughts be deep, but I don't try to let it consume me. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure,
So
for
I
sure.
just try to always keep my mind on something else. You know what I'm saying? Keep my mind flowing, so that way I'm not stuck overthinking all the time about whether one situation,
Yeah,
or a
and
lady, or my homies, or my family, what I'm gonna do for my future. Like all that overthinking is just wasting energy.
yeah, definitely, especially on the waste of energy part, because at least it's all in your head, man. And at the end of the
Seriously.
day, you can literally change your reality just by thinking a different thought.
And then people be saying that manifestation is crazy. You power of putting it on paper, bro. Like people write down goals for their day or write a goal for the end of the month, and they'll just put it on their wall like sticky notes. Like MJ, Michael Jackson, he used to do that. He used to put sticky notes or just whatever on his wall, just so that way when he woke up, that's what he's looking at. It's crazy how just putting a pen to a paper and you just waking up and looking at it every day could change your life.
Yeah, and
Like
then
whenever I was growing up, whenever we were in high school, I had this big old chalkboard because I moved out from downstairs, went upstairs in my sister's room, and she had a big old chalkboard. And like every other week, I'd write a different quote on it. You know,
that's awesome, man.
just to get up and look at something and keep my perspective high. I mean, I wasn't the happiest dude in school, but I always try to be a positive person. I feel like that's why a lot of people got along with us because we were just always positive.
Yeah, definitely, because there was a lot of the time I really thought to myself too, like I was a really like conservative person at the time. I was really quiet. I didn't really talk too much, but like
Yeah,
um, when you really get to know somebody, then like you get to see who they are for a person, and like I feel like that's why we made a lot of good friendships, and especially with me and you, and just being open-minded people and being able to talk about really like anything. It could be like the most off-the-wall shit. It could be dumb shit, or
yeah.
it's like stuff that like maybe some ways uh, when we were hanging out, like there was things that maybe we took from each other, or like lessons we were like, damn, I didn't really think about it like that.
Always, bro. I try to keep, like you said, the open mind part, bro. You're never too old to learn,
Definitely.
and you could take advice from anybody. I mean, I won't say anybody, but yeah, there are some people to watch out for. You feel me? But
For sure.
nah, for real though, like it could be anybody. I'll never try to tune out anybody. I always want to hear perspectives. I like putting myself in other people's shoes.
Definitely. Like adding on to that, bro. So when I first moved out, I fucking took my dad's bike. He had this really nice Surly bike. I didn't know how valuable it was at the time. Just
Yeah,
like it's a cool bike. But one thing that I would do randomly, dog, I went around on my bike downtown and like random people would just like stop me, or I would sit down and rest for a second.
yeah.
And so I got one little random story. One day it was a Father's Day weekend actually. I'm riding my bike around downtown and all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I end up at Union Station and I'm sitting there and this dude is sitting there writing in a book, and so I'm all being curious. I'm all
Trying to see what's up.
just trying to see what he's doing. So I sat down next to him. I'm like, hey man, what are you writing down by chance? Like I don't want to be like all up in your business, but
Just curious.
what are you writing down? And like you could tell this guy was homeless, dude. Like he wasn't like it wasn't just like somebody that was just there. Like nah, he was homeless, bro. But like nothing against that.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own struggles that we go through. But he was like, dude, I write down in my journal because I can't remember anything. I have like really bad memory. I got diagnosed with it when I was young,
Damn.
and so one thing they told me was like write in this book. And I'm seeing all these different quotes. He's got quotes from like musicians, artists, um, different people from like history, all this random stuff. And,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, how do you remember all these things if you have like really bad memory? Like he flips to the last page and he's like, yeah, I can't remember anything, but I've written in this book like 1,000 something 153, whatever the
Yeah.
number may be times. And I was like, ah, you realize that maybe you're trapped in your own thoughts that you're not even realizing that like you're remembering a lot of stuff and like like not probably having the best education and stuff. Like I'm not sure of his background and stuff, but like
Mhm.
I was like, dog, you're more self-aware than you really think because you don't have a phone. You know you don't have access to the internet and all this, and you
Yeah.
remember all these different quotes and all that.
Yeah,
It
that's
was like
crazy.
it was a crazy thing, like man. And
So
then
how, so how did you switch? Like, did you see like a? Because I know you're probably trying to tune in from his mindset on why he's doing it, but that's still powerful what you just saying. You know what I'm saying? Even I bet you even having that talk and your advice helped yourself.
yeah, definitely, like, because at the time like that's when I had first started journaling, so like
Yeah.
this was like um, the first couple weeks of it. And the funny story about that was like I started that journal when I was taking mushrooms, dog.
Damn.
Like
That journal probably had some wild shit in there.
it's definitely got some wild stuff in there and a bunch of random stories. And it's funny too because when I was thinking about making this podcast in the first moment, dog, I pulled out that journal for like the first time in like 5 years and
Damn.
was like flipping through it, and like I had a bunch of random quotes and stuff, and I like
Yeah.
that. It's just crazy how sometimes life brings it around full circle and stuff like that.
Nah,
So,
that's a crazy full circle moment, bro. Nah, that's dope, bro. And well, I don't know if you were on shrooms when you were thinking the podcast, but it's a damn
nah,
good idea.
nah.
Don't do drugs, motherfuckers. No, I'm
Yeah,
just playing.
yeah. But that's part of it too, man. It's like one thing that I've been noticing as the years go on and stuff. Every time, like whether it's with a family member or I talk to Nico a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
me and him been talking, and like it's always like some random conversation at first, and then it's like it's sometimes it's not even like how you doing. It's just like he's like, man, I got a lot going on and stuff, and then it turns into this whole deep conversation, and like so I'm like one of my personal goals in life is to be on a TED Talk one day
Yeah, nah, real shit.
because I actually do like just putting ideas out there and reaching out to somebody that maybe it could make them think a little differently
Yeah,
too.
and to be honest, bro, like outside of sports world, bro, the biggest two things that I wanted to do were either be a comedian or be like a preacher. Like those people that like go not like at church preaching, like forget his name, but he holds these. They're not even. I don't even want to call them gatherings. It's like he'll set up somewhere and he'll get a crowd around him and he just starts talking to people, Because I feel like, I'm not the smartest person in the world at all. I'll never say that. But I feel like, I don't know, like, I've always wanted to inspire people. So I think getting your voice out there and just letting people know what's up or just whatever's going on, just trying to be a positive person, like comedian. I just wanted to make people laugh, tell a story.
Yeah, and definitely for me, like, luckily I've been blessed to have certain random people in my life uh, that kind of bring out the same things that maybe I might be dealing with, or they might give me a new perspective on just the way that maybe I should have handled things differently in the past.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm just like, I'm in a super big mindset of just, I need to keep talking to people. I need to keep learning from people because
They always say it's never what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
like especially like with all the mental health issues and all the things that people go through, especially the things that I go through.
Mm.
Like you're saying with the preacher doc, there is a guy that is at my job. He's like a security guy or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's a preacher. And I kid you not, every time I run into this dude, it's always at the moments where I'm like,
Needed to hear some
I'm
shit.
thinking of something, and he'll sit there and he's like, because he'll do his little fist. He's like, my brother Mark, how you doing?
Yeah.
And he'll just sit there in silence and he'll be like, what do you want me to pray about, Lord? And he hits it on the head every single time. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
You
I'm
can't
like,
miss.
I'm like,
That's dope, though.
it's like, you hear the things that you need to hear in like the most random moments.
Nah, so
Sure.
for real, bro. So for real. Like even this morning, like I just woke up and I seen a prayer that this guy just was wishing for people, and I was like, dude, for everything he was saying, I was just like, I just needed to hear that. I was like, bro. I mean, we're all going through it. We're all going through a struggle, and I woke up and I wasn't in the right mindset. I was just kind of foggy and stuff, and I seen that, and I was like, let's go do this shit today. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. It's always when you need it the most. And little did you know you needed it.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the cool shit. That's why I think this podcast stuff is dope. Like somebody could be just scrolling by. It could be one of our homies, and something we just said might have hit when they needed to hear it. Just a special thing, dog. This shit's special.
Yeah, I really hope people really tune in to just hear it, man. Not a lot of people I know be listening to podcasts and all that,
Yeah.
and I didn't really either until I kind of ran into that Chris Williamson, and it really does make you think about different things. Because I mean, dog, he'll go on there with like he went on there with Oz the Mentalist, and
Yeah.
like he's talking about all this different stuff, and he's like, you see how I can tell you all of this randomness, tell you all these different things, and show you a magic trick, and your whole like perception changes. Like you think you pick up something that's just random about it,
Yeah.
and especially like for me, like I'm starting to notice different patterns. So it's always like a good time on the weekends or like leading up to it and stuff. But for me on Mondays, like I always just wake up in a funk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting out slow. I might make it late or running behind, or
Something.
the music that comes on, it's like, dude, like, why do I got Siri trying to put me in a worse mood than I already feel?
Right.
You know?
Why is why is Drake playing what is it? Fucking I forgot. I don't even listen to the song that much, but
Yeah,
just some sad shit come on out of nowhere. It's like, dude. It's like, dude, skip.
for sure. And
What you think about what you think about perspective
in like what terms?
anyway?
For me, on perspective, it's like it's just like kind of. I'm not into like obviously I'm like a Catholic and all of that. So, but one thing that I got a buddy. His name's TJ.
Yeah.
He was telling me about different religions because he's like an atheist a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So like in Buddhism and stuff, it's like self enlightenment and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the way I think about perspective. I like you're literally created in the image of God. With you can wake up and just be like, one day I'm gonna do this, or one day, like today I'm gonna be in a good mood no matter what happens.
Hmm.
And like, especially right now, I got a lot of family issues going on. Uh, a lot of fighting between my brother and my mom and my sister.
Hmm.
And so for me, like perspective, dog, you can literally wake up and be like, man, nothing is gonna ruin this.
Yeah.
Whether it's just a normal Tuesday or I got front row seats to my favorite artist. Like
Yeah.
nothing can ruin this besides your own perspective. So it's just like you're saying with manifestation, bro. Like you can literally have the perspective that it can go really good,
Yeah.
it can go really bad, but no matter what happens, you're gonna find the best solution or the best answer to everything that happened.
Yeah. I even think carrying that out benefits even when you just run into people, like, and like, cause your perspective on life. Oh, like, oh, I'm gonna go say what's up. I'm gonna say hi to the guy. I'm gonna wave at the car that let me in. You know what I'm saying? Just changing your own perspective, I think, really helps. Like even going to talk to somebody like right now, we go talk to them and just see their perspective. You know what I'm saying? See how they're like, what their mind's like. You know what I'm saying? Like just catching a different perspective of life. Like when you were talking about pulling up on a dude downtown, it's not that you were trying to build up in his business. You just wanted to see his perspective, what he had going on. And that benefited you both ways. That's why I say to help that shit'll carry you out, bro. For real. That shit's crazy. Just having your own perspective.
Especially on perspective too. One thing is like this happened literally last week.
What up?
So we're working in this area. You got to block it all off. You got to put signs and everything because
Yeah.
it's the airport. You got to have all of this safety guardrails set up. So after we were done, like obviously, we wrote on just a piece of cardboard for everybody, like, don't come this way. It's blocked off. Call this number if you need to. Anyway, on the back of it, just for like the jokes, I wrote free hugs on it.
Really?
And so my buddy is working on some stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like holding this sign, just messing around.
Free hugs. Free hugs.
And this lady comes up to me and she was like, I love your sign. You don't even know, like, I really needed that right now. And I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like obviously she's heading to wherever she's going, so she can't really talk, but she's like, just know, like, you did a good deed today. Like, I appreciate you for that. And like
Yeah.
gave me a hug. And I was like,
I was just right. I just trying to be funny.
I'm holding it up as a joke. Like, it was hilarious. And and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, I probably just made this chick's day somehow better. Just by putting
Free hug sign.
putting a free hug sign as a joke.
No, that's dope, bro. That's freaking dope. Now, whenever I'm at work, damn, still got fireworks going off. This lit. Whenever I be at work, dude, I be running into a lot of like older people. So it's like they always have stories to tell, and for some reason they always get so deep into the story. And I mean, I like to help people out and be, I just like to talk. I'm an extroverted person, I'll just say what's up, what's going on, like immediately. Like there was like 3-4 people in like last week and one day that were like, "Thank you so much for having a conversation with me." And I was just working, It'll take nothing but 2 minutes to have a cool conversation. Somebody be like, that perspective shit we're talking about, bro. Like, I'm not like you. What Michael Jordan said, you miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah,
And my
100%.
mindset is, we were saying earlier, I like to keep my mind open and I can learn from anybody. And I just like talking to people because you just never know just a free hug sign made someone's day.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And especially too, because I mean, we're like the tip of the iceberg of that generation where it's like, be a man,
Yeah,
just fucking handle it. Like just figure it out.
you have to.
And you know, they're like, oh, you know, showing emotion is like,
Frowned upon.
it was super frowned upon. And I mean, I feel like definitely that's part of the reason why when I was a kid, man, I was super shy and stuff because I had a lot of self-doubt in myself.
Yeah,
And you know, at the time that was the culture. Just
you gotta.
figure it out and keep it to yourself.
Yeah, you gotta
You
thug
don't
it
really
out.
talk about it, especially growing up in some of the conditions. You know, like it wasn't really easy talking to my mom because she's going through a lot, and I
Yeah,
can't unload all of my extra stuff on her, and you know, my dad not being around a lot,
shout
and,
out moms.
and so definitely emphasizing on that. Like, we just need to people to really like start being more self-aware of themselves because especially with me, that's one thing that I've been like diving into big time is self-awareness.
Yeah,
um, because the more you learn about yourself, the more like you reach that like next level of being content with like who you are and like finally accepting all of those kind of things.
yeah. I mean, dude, that speaking of that generation, like the generation we're in, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like we grew up not having like iPhones and stuff. We had to go outside and knock on our homies' door, see if they we were like the last generation. But then we're the same generation that transferred through the social media, bro. That shit's crazy. Like I remember when Facebook was popping. I remember MySpace and all. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like
MySpace.
yo, like that shit was crazy because we were the generation to like take it to that next level. And that social media and just pure generation and having us like we're having to thug it out and stuff like that, and it's so crazy when I think about like our generation of men, you know what I'm saying, or men and women,
Yeah.
just because it's, oh man, it's so fucked up. I'm like, it's so fucked up for
Yeah.
both sides. Like
Yeah.
I mean, even like you were saying, like I couldn't really unload a lot on my mom either, but I mean, shit, man, I grew up in a nine people household, and 7 of us are adopted. You know what I'm saying? Like it was struggle for me, bro, because for the longest, and I don't know why. Shout out, mom, I love you. And she might kill me if she hears this, but I'm just like I never really felt like that was my family. So
Yeah.
it was really tough, like trying to figure out who I was and who I wanted to be and who to talk to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I remember having to go to therapy when I was like 12, bro, just because I was so sporadic and never could really like understand my emotions. So it's like our generation, bro, is crazy. I know it goes for anybody, whether it's either 14 years old right now or 44. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shoot, especially being in a dynamic of that kind of household where a lot of your family members are adopted and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like there was somebody out of them that maybe you can go to, and if not, then what was like? Was there somebody that you could go to, whether it was like a friend
Well,
or?
whenever I was a kid, bro, to be honest, I just wanted to get out the house. Every weekend I was staying the night at one of my homies' house. I mean, even in middle school, I was always staying the night at. Like Arlo used to live right over here. I used to stay here every weekend. I remember for the summertime, I'd be gone for like weeks because I didn't want to be at home. So like growing up, no, I didn't really have like someone to go to. That's why I say music is powerful as hell. I swear to God, if it wasn't Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, I don't even know where I'd be at, bro. Like I had nobody to really go. I mean, I had my older brothers to look up to. They were doing things the right way. It's not like they were bad people doing bad things, but I just never really felt like connected. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, for sure. That definitely puts a little.
it's crazy whenever like you gotta grow up and look at your siblings and then none of them look like you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, I got, 2 light-skinned sisters that kind of look like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we walked out, you'd be like, oh, yeah, they're probably siblings. But still, growing up, that's not like as a 7, 8-year-old or 12-year-old, 14, 15. I just felt like I was the outcast. I am the middle child of 10 kids, bro. I just felt
Yeah.
like anybody who's older than me is older than 30, and anybody who's younger than me is, well, my sister just turned 22 now, but it was like such a generational swap. Like growing up, I was like one of the little kids in the house, and then once I got to high school, like my sophomore and from beyond then, I was the oldest in the house, and I had four little siblings. You know, it's that shit was nuts. I can't really think of now. I mean, we have a really cool
Yeah,
relationship. Like me and my siblings, we got a real cool relationship. You
that's
know,
good.
um, I could go to pretty much any of them if I really needed something or if I needed to talk now. But I think anybody who's dealing with that, it's all due time. You know, like you can't stay mad at somebody forever.
Yeah, for sure.
You grow up, you mature, you learn how to approach people differently. I mean, there was a time where my mom and my dad were really like beefing, and we were like, my mom was having to leave the house for days because she didn't want to be around my dad. And all my siblings were like, Dad, like, Dad's crazy. Mom can't be doing going through this. And it's like, well, to be honest with you know, they're gonna have to talk it out eventually. And we're all gonna have a sit down and have a real conversation about it. And even in those moments, that all brings family closer. You know what I'm saying? Either it's gonna blow up because I know some families, I know some friends and families where it's like they'll try and that it never works.
Nothing but constant drama.
Yeah, but due time they'll come around. Like I don't want to. I always thought growing up that it, like I said, we weren't really close and connected. But then once I turned 21, everything after that, we're locked in now.
For sure. That's definitely something that, people in my family need to focus on because right now there's a lot of tension. Um, Probably some life decisions that probably shouldn't have happened this early in
Yeah.
people's lives, or um, handling handling that kind of aspect and just getting all of the extra pressure for my mom because
Yeah.
growing up and even now, like my mom wasn't always the easiest, and so again, like same thing with you. I didn't really have. I had my sister, but she was a little older too, so she's out and
Yeah,
she's going and
there's
doing
that like
things.
distant connection from like your older siblings where it's like I could go to them whenever you're younger, like I could go to them, but they just gonna look at me like a little kid. You know, when we were kids. But
And
now I bet you it's different.
oh yeah, for sure. And yeah, man, just going to therapy because I mean that's definitely a hard thing to accept, and I mean everybody needs a little bit of therapy, and we find it all in our own ways. You,
Seriously,
you
bro.
don't always need somebody to sit there and talk to you and have an outside voice. Sometimes it's just the big thing is processing situations and knowing right from wrong, and
I
just
also think like choosing between how to deal with it. Either if you like you were just saying, you don't have to have someone there to talk to, but you could just have y'all could just sit there and listen to them just vibe, chill. You know,
yeah,
that's just as powerful as you know. But if you choose to be alone, that's where I feel like that journaling and stuff like that is important. But even just having one of your best friends just chill in the crib with you, or you know what I'm saying, sit out at a fucking park. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't even gotta talk much.
yeah. Even like just one thing that I like doing too is just is the night vibes. You jump in the car, you got all the right music playing,
Yeah.
the whole playlist going, and just finding different ways to let out different things because it's all in your head, and you could really change the way that you feel like in an
Yeah.
instant. It's really not that simple, but it could be different ways that just put you in a better mood.
This is what I'll say about that. It's not that simple, but you shouldn't make it that difficult.
Exactly. I like the way you said that.
You
I
know what
like
I'm
the way you
saying?
said
Like
that.
whenever people are going through these, they're overthinking and they're making it difficult for themselves. You're making it more difficult for yourself when it could be simple. Not saying it is simple, but don't make it more difficult for yourself.
Yeah, and one thing that I would probably emphasize on too is just sometimes I feel like people beat themselves up too much. Like just look at the things that you've been through or stuff that you've handled in the past. Like you're a lot stronger than you think. So the fact that you can't be sitting there and beating yourself up, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
the only person you're hurting is yourself, and that's like the worst kind of
Yeah, it's the
fucking,
worst of
literally
hurt.
the worst kind of mental breakdowns. Because now you're like holding stuff against yourself.
Yeah. Like, real shit, bro. I, like, just recently was going through some shit, and it's like, I keep trying to remind myself the things I've done already. You know, this ain't the end of the world, bro. Like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, it is what it is. There's that what we were just talking about for men. You just gotta thug it out type shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but at the same time, it's like just not destroying myself because of it. And I think that's one big thing a lot of people, also need to. I mean, I need to do. I need to work on it myself, But don't tear yourself down so hard when times are hard, because now you just make it like you just said. You're just hurting yourself even more.
Yeah. And then and then with that too comes the blame. Like you don't have no one to blame but yourself. So then that might
Yeah,
break you down even more.
yeah. You're setting yourself up to fail.
Literally.
Like, but everybody's got emotions. Like, I personally feel like, yeah, you should have a couple days where, out of the month where shit, you might cry. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
definitely. Definitely.
I mean, we can't, you know, that whole stigmatism behind men and not having to cry and not having emotion and just always having to get through it, work day and night, provide, and trust me, I understand, but there's definitely days where we are human beings, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got emotions just like you got emotions, just like the people over there got emotions, and I'm allowed to feel the way you
Exactly.
feel. Um, like
100%.
it's like I remember that KD interview. It's like emotions are like a roller coaster, dude. Like, I might be feeling down in the dumps for a little bit, or I might be feeling shitty. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna in an hour or two. That shit could change. I could be having a cool time, relaxing. My mind's off of it. So just feeling stuff, bro. Like pause, but just dead ass feeling the wave, bro. Just we're human beings, bro. We're all out here together, bro. So we're allowed to be humans.
Yeah, definitely. And like kind of tying that back into like another basketball thing too as well.
Yeah,
We sit here, again, this perspective, you can literally sit here and think the worst things or you can think the best things. So, one thing that I really like too is when I saw they're interviewing Giannis, because obviously he wants to leave.
yeah.
Obviously he wants to trade.
That boy in Miami now.
And they're asking him, do you feel like your time with the Bucks was a failure? He's like, dog, I won the finals. I've been
Yeah,
to the playoffs majority of my
he's a
career.
Finals MVP.
So if I have one bad season where we don't make the playoffs and I'm hurt, are you saying my whole career is a failure?
Yeah,
I'm like, bro,
it's crazy.
look at all the things that you can accomplish, and so why would you sit here and yeah, we have a bad day or a bad week and we let it all out? Definitely do that. But also don't forget who you are. Don't forget the things that you've done and the things you've been through,
Real shit.
because that's definitely a big emphasis, man.
I feel
Life
like
is
yeah.
beautiful.
I feel like when life gets tough for a lot of people, they forget. It's so easy to forget, and that's just that emotion coming out, like where you're upset and you ain't even thinking about everything you've already overcame. You know, that's why I say the power of the mind's crazy, bro. Like you just said, you could be having a shitty day, shitty week. That doesn't mean your life's shitty.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
That doesn't mean everything else has been shitty.
And definitely, like, one thing too that I like is I forgot who it was, but they're like, if you're really like that much of an overthinker and stuff, like, sit there and do an assessment at the end of the week. What did I do right? What are the things I could have fixed? And what things went wrong? Like, when did I break down and why? Like,
Yeah,
all time back in, like, the more self-aware you become, the more habits you build with like different things,
yeah,
you can really figure yourself out and really learn what, if therapy's not your thing, or if there's some things that just don't get you out of a funk, do
Yeah.
a little bit of self assessment. Check out the things you accomplished this week, the things that went wrong, and how you handle both of them.
Hmm.
Because even when you're down, you can look at the things of what happened when you were down, or what caused you to go even further,
Hmm.
and then be like, hey, well, when I was up, I started doing this, or I was doing that. And then you
Hmm.
just build these different habits that get you more towards the goal of just being able to understand when things are going right and when things are going wrong.
And still being able to put your best foot forward.
Yeah. And
You know what I'm saying?
that's the most important thing, is just keep trying, keep going.
Never give up. We ain't doing that around here. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's too much. We're barely a quarter into this life, bro. Shit crazy.
There's so much more time to live.
And we've
man.
already done so much.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think, this is it. Like, your family, praying for nobody on that, but let's say your family member dies, you have your ex does some trifling shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the end of the world.
Yeah.
So we've already done so much in this life where we ain't got, like, we should only be looking for, it's that perspective. Like, what we've been talking about this entire time, dude. As long as you shift your perspective, and not only that, but take perspective into other people. You know what I'm saying? Don't, like I said, I like to always try to put myself in other people's shoes. And I can't walk a mile. I might not be able to walk a mile in your shoes. You might not be able to do mine, but at least I could reach out and try. It's better than just letting it be, or just thinking that I know more, or just being. I feel like that's being selfish. Like, if you can't even just try to look from my eyes, then how are we gonna have the same vision?
Yeah. And especially with the way that society goes, I feel like um, the powers that be, they definitely try to divide you, dog. And I mean, if you really think about it on like a deep kind of aspect, there's rivalries in sports.
Mm-hmm.
You pick red or blue in the government.
Yeah.
Um, Different religions. There's so many like denominations of different things that try to divide you, when really, like, all we need to do is just like unite as one, bounce ideas off of one.
Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
we're all one ecosystem living in the same world. Like, why would you put out so much hate when there's, on the other turn, so much love, so
Like,
much beautiful things in
nature.
life?
Yeah, come on, man. We out here in nature. Go outside. But nah, real shit. Like, even about that religion, like, I'm not the biggest religious person, but
Yeah.
that's just because, like, there's not one that I'll always call God, say God, thank you God. I get my prayers in, and, I gotta be better at it. But
Yeah.
I just believe in all of it, bro. Like, I mean, this is just my own, don't kill me, this is just my own perspective on religion. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody in China grew up believing in a whole different God and belief system than somebody way over in Germany, somebody in France and in America, like, so many different religions say so many different things. I'm not for, like, the devil evil shit. Yeah, that shit gotta go. But, like, in terms of, like, it's Buddhism, Christianity, Catholic, even atheists, you know what I'm saying? I just choose to believe in it all, because why cut my belief system off?
Yeah.
You're just cutting yourself off on a whole belief system.
Yeah, and definitely with that too, is like, there's no exactly right answer.
Yeah.
Because somebody from back in the 1700s was like, yo, I think this about God, and I think these things, and that might not be the right answer to.
Yeah.
And they might have like some weird different things that they're into, especially with like these people praying to like this spaghetti lord thing, or
bro.
whatever.
Whatever makes you happy, dog.
But when you break it down to it, at the end of the day, whether it's like whatever religion that they believe in, we still know this word God, and we're all in the image of God,
Yeah.
whoever that may be to you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're just trying to be that perfect person like them, and we're not gonna be perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't even know 100%. Don't bash me on this, but we don't even know 100% if God is perfect,
Yeah.
because you got to do, and that's why you have the evil and the good. You got to find the light in all of it, because both are there,
Yeah.
and they're gonna attack you in both ways possible.
100%, bro.
And just learning from both sides, because a lot of people fall into evil and a lot of people fall into good. But find what makes you who you are and makes you happy is the way I think about it.
What would you tell somebody who's struggling and like our age right now, trying to find out who they are?
I would just say, man, really think about what you're going through. Sometimes, whether that's a person or a substance that they may be abusing,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta, and it's unfortunate because sometimes you really care about these things or these people.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I'm sure you feel this way too, but you got to be around the people that are there for you. Like, you know the people that are there for you, and you know the people that ain't.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of envy, and it sucks because a lot of people might go behind your back, and that teaches you a lesson too. But you got to find the things and the people that are good to you, instead of the people that want something from you,
Yeah.
or the people that are envious behind you. And there's
Ain't contributing no good energy.
no good energy, man. And that's like one crazy thing, because like, for instance, in my life, bro,
Yeah.
somebody that's really been pushing me is my brother-in-law. And I just met this guy a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, where have you been? Like, I tell this to my friends, I tell
Yeah.
this to different people in my family, and he's the only one that like really gets it. You know,
Yeah.
I could talk to this guy for hours on end. He's gonna be on the podcast too. That's
Hey.
gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah.
They're all great, but at the end of the day, man, if you're struggling with something, just find the things that make you happy. Like, dog, I'll go on a spree where I'm playing the same song like 15 times in a
I
row.
swear,
Like
I ain't got
15
no
times in a
shame. You
row.
heard that? No shame. I'm playing that motherfucker till whenever I decide not to.
Or if I got a lot of things on my plate and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go swing some golf balls. I'm gonna go shoot some basketball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and take my bike out. Or I'm gonna jump on the simulator even though I got all this paperwork I gotta do. And I'm just gonna race for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just find the things that make you happy and that change your perspective and get you out of these funks, because life is hard, man.
It
It's
is.
definitely hard, and at the end of the day, we're all going through it. And the people that get it, they find those things that they really care about, or the people that really care about them, and they attach more to that.
I was gonna say they're gonna not only help your mental and your mind, but they're gonna help set you up. Like they're not. That's why it's who you know, who you keeps around your circle. You know, people that are willing to push you forward. They don't feel like they need to push you forward. It just naturally happens.
Yeah, and especially too, stop comparing. There's so many
Comparison
people
is
out there that
so
are
evil.
doing like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
There's kids that are younger than me making millions of dollars, and I like that. You're not battling with them, dog. You're battling with yourself.
Yeah. This is you like it's you gotta know this is your life. You know what I'm saying? The comparison killed the cat, bro, cause bro, like you just said, there's people my age that have been in the league for 3-4 years already. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to sit here and compare myself to them, knowing damn well there shouldn't be anything to compare about. Why? Like now it's just adding stress to me. Like yeah, we're human beings. I'll look at it and be like, damn, that's about it. As far as I'm gonna go with it. Once I start thinking about it, you're just tearing yourself apart at that point.
For sure.
Comparing yourself to other people. This is your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you need to do. Whether it's to be successful or whether it's whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, and definitely like success is measured not by money
No.
or not by values and possessions, um, because I guarantee you I can go to a third world country right now and these people are having the best life.
No, dude.
They are living their best life,
Crazy.
and they have so little.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody here is like multimillionaire and they're like totally fucking destroyed. They hate
Yeah.
their fucking life. That's all they have is the money and the possessions.
Yeah.
So like it's successes can be measured in so many ways.
I think I don't think there's really like one thing to, I'd say, measure, but what my first thought was, like for measuring success, not even measuring success, it was just immediately live life for experiences.
Yeah.
I was just telling my little brother's homie, he's staying with us right now, and he was just talking about like opportunities, and I'm like, dude, even if you're, if it's something to go experience, now I ain't telling y'all to go broke, but if, you got the money to get there and back, or you have a little bit of money to just get there and figure it out, do it. You know what I'm saying? Life is about experiences, bro. You want to live to tell stories to your kids, your grandbabies, you know what I'm saying? To whoever. You just want to have stories to tell, have experiences. Experiencing things teaches you so much. You can't just stay in, the same place forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta go out and do things.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean just travel or something like that. Like, just like you say, go on a bike ride. It's like, do different experiences.
You never know what you're gonna run into.
Yeah, do something you ain't never did before, just to say you did it, you tried it, experienced it. Like, trying to think of like I don't even know. I'm trying to think. There's a bunch of things that I want to do, you know what I'm saying, that I haven't experienced, but anytime I run into like my little 18, 19-year-old homies, I always tell them, go live your life, bro. I think, it's crazy nowadays, like a lot of people our age are getting pregnant and stuff and settling down at the ripe age of 25. Congratulations to all y'all. Not hating. Congratulations. But like we said earlier, we're only a quarter in this life. There's so much to experience. There's so much experience to be had. I'm not saying go out and be a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, yo, dog, you go out and live life, bro.
Yeah. So, same question you asked me then. You have somebody in life that's like, man, I'm in a funk.
They don't really know what's going on.
What would be something that you would tell them?
Honestly, I've gotten this question not like a lot in life, but a lot of people have came up to me, I still know people and got friends who are going through similar situations where they don't know their next step. They're just waiting for the next opportunity to come. I always just say, stay hungry, keep moving forward.
Stay hungry.
Keep
Definitely.
moving forward. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
yes.
You can't, if you're in a funk and you don't know what's your next step, you don't have any ideas, shoot, we can sit down and talk and really brainstorm. Like you were saying, you just met your stepbrother a year and a half ago, and I bet y'all sit down and bounce ideas back and forth. And it's just like, damn, like you said, where you been all this time? Damn. So stay hungry and stay focused and keep moving forward, bro. Opportunity strikes any day of the week.
Yeah.
It might not strike for a month, but after that month, you might hit gold. You know what I'm saying? You can't. The most successful people in the world didn't just give up, when they were lost or they're at a roadblock. They just kept going. And it might be your best feats. You know what I'm saying? But you kept trying. That's what matters. Is that you just keep going. Don't. And life will find a way to put you where you need to be.
Yeah.
If you keep your, like we were talking about earlier, perspective right, you just keep going, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, I can't sit there and give advice. Oh yeah, this is what you need to go do. Go get them. Go real estate. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like go
yeah.
sell some out. Go flip some out.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
right.
guru.
Yeah, but I'll just give you words of advice. Like, man, even when you don't know what's going on, just keep moving forward.
Yeah, just like you said, stay hungry, keep that discipline.
Yeah,
And another thing too is like just be consistent. Show up every day.
consistency is everything.
Show up every day and I guarantee you something else is gonna happen.
Consistency is key. That shit'll take you for a long way. If you're all you is consistent. People that hit the gym, you hit the gym once a day, that's fine. Or once a week, that's fine. As long as you're holding yourself to going to hit the gym. Consistency is crazy. It'll take you a long, long way. For real.
For sure. For sure.
Keep moving forward, dog. Ain't shit gonna change if you ain't consistent. And just stay focused. Don't get me wrong. We all like to go out sometimes. I'm not telling you to not have a life. I mean, but even then, maybe that's the life people want to choose.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, it's just like a bad day is just that day. You don't always have to be on the grind and pushing towards something. Sometimes you just gotta sleep in for 12 hours and get a
Body
nice
needs
little
that rest.
reset.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, sit on the couch and watch your favorite TV show, watch your sports and all that. Like, same kind of thing with me. Like, dude, there can be a million things going on, and I'm gonna turn on an F1 race from 2005 where some crazy stuff's happening just because I'm like, I just need a minute.
Yeah. I just need a minute to relax. I'll just sit there and watch something, you know?
And like even times too where I catch myself and I'll literally go sit at a park
Take a hike.
and raw dog it. I will be sitting there in deep silence in the same spot for like 30 minutes, zoning out and like
Yeah.
a whole little meditation thing. Just because I'm like, man, there's too much things going on that I don't even know what to do next. So I'll just sit there and just zone out, zone the fuck out.
How do you like do you think that like helps a lot? Like for yourself whenever you just go like out in nature and just kind of sit there and just like you said, give yourself a reset.
I think for me, definitely when I do these things, there's a lot on my mind and there's a lot of things going on. And then I could sit there for 30 minutes, an hour, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, something just came to me.
Yeah.
Like literally like sitting there and just being in your own thoughts, or not even in your own thoughts, just totally blanking out. The power of the mind is so strong that like in my situations, I'll do it because there's a million things going on.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like, here it is, do this. And like instantly, like I just feel this burst of energy. I'm up and I go and do that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, well, that just helped me figure out this. So now I'm like, that whole little reset just put me in a step-by-step guide out of nowhere that was like, all right, here's what I got to do. All of a sudden now I'm thinking this, so that gets done.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you said, put in that every step forward, and now we're heading towards that progression.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like in relationships or like arguments and stuff,
Yeah.
it's good to figure it out by the end of the night, but it's also not good to sit there and just keep going at it. That's when a lot of things go wrong. And in my family and like past relationships, it's just the sitting and the nagging and the keep going, and now it's getting to where you're saying things that you don't mean and they're saying things that they don't mean.
Yeah.
It's like, and then
Nothing gets solved.
And then you walk away and you're like, why did all of this happen? I could have just went away and we could have had the time to ourselves and thought of all the wrong things and all the right things, and it's gonna be like, hey, I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
wrong.
That's why I'd be saying that the emotional roller coaster, bro. It's, dude, we might be up at the top arguing, but later, like an hour or two later, we're both chilling, we're cooling. Or my anger, I was on the anger, I was at anger, and now I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already over it. So like yeah, being in that moment sometimes is there's definitely better ways to step back. I don't know. I feel like yeah, just taking yourself out of the equation, I guess. You know, because like I was telling you, I try to be a perspective person, and I like if I'm in an argument, I'm gonna let you get your shit off. Like say what you gotta say. But where I feel like the relationships and where it starts going downhill is whenever you're not hearing each other and you're just angry. You know, you don't wanna talk like or not even talk. You just like you said, you're gonna say something you don't mean. They're gonna say something they don't mean. It's gonna get blown out of proportion, and it's like the biggest thing you could do is just listen. And it's like everybody wants to get their point across. What what did Kanye say? What did Kanye say? He said, trying to get the point across till we're finally across the. Oh, fuck, I forget the bar,
Yeah,
dude.
he's like,
I ain't trying to get my point across till we finally get across and past the point.
yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
that shit's crazy because that's so real. Like most of the time when you get in an argument in a relationship or with family, you trying to get your point off, get them to hear you, you know, and they're trying to get you to hear them, and you both are at this battle of understanding one another. So you're already past the fucking point, and you know, like everything that you said, you're gonna say to late. Why did I even? Why was I mad and why did I take it there? You know what I'm saying? We went way past the point. You know what I'm saying? We went across that motherfucker. And now we're back on it. You know?
Yeah, and that's a big thing in especially our culture right now because it's like it's so easy to be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just move on. There's somebody better,
Yeah.
and you could really lose like some people that really mean a lot to you, and maybe that was your person, but you're gonna sit here and tell me that a fight for an hour ruined 5 years of knowing somebody, like in an instant,
Ain't
and
even
people
worth it.
will just be like, all right, I'm moving on. It's like
Ain't even worth it for real.
sit there and just be like, hey, why are you gonna let an hour conversation ruin all of these things when another hour conversation could have fixed everything like that?
Crazy.
And regardless, you do got to do better, definitely. And if you really want that to work, then you will. You know, it's all about sacrificing for your, not forgetting yourself and what you stand for. Like if the morals are wrong, then I understand. But at the same time, love is all about like sacrificing, because I'm not gonna want to sit there and watch Love Island for 4 hours straight because we missed the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, that ass.
And I know you don't want to sit there and watch basketball with me all night,
Yeah.
or I know you don't want to talk about this or you don't want to talk about that, but you gotta give and take. You can't just take without giving.
Bar.
That's definitely a big thing that I've started to notice.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially like I'm just saying in this culture, it's so easy to move on, but you know it's a lot, huh?
It'd be hard to move on, but it's sometimes it's
Yeah,
easier. It really depends on
yeah,
the
and that's what I'm
memories and shit.
saying. How you gonna let it all go off of one fight, or how can you think so negatively of somebody? Now you're just attacking their character when, like, dog, you love that person, you really love that person. So if it's, why make it so easy when life is so hard sometimes? You know,
So I
you
was
can
saying,
figure anything out if you just work together, and that's like going back to everything like we were saying before.
yeah,
we're all here together. We're all imperfect. We all got different issues that we go through. Build me up and I'll build you up.
On God.
Stop pointing out the bad things because I can go right back to you.
Yeah.
But why would we do that when we're both just trying to experience life and things together?
Yeah.
Whether that's with a family member, a friend,
Yeah.
or a loved one, somebody you really care about.
Real
So,
shit, bro. Real shit.
for sure.
I got another question for you. So like, well, like we were just on that, like my question, we were just talking about relationships and mental health, and even like what do you think about our generation right now, bro, and where dating's at, where the hookup society and all that, like it's like I'm telling you, isn't that shit crazy? But
Yes.
how it plays on the mental, bro, like it's insane, bro. Like, bro could just swipe up, just DM, and the next thing you know, you guys might see each other later. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
To meeting somebody at a bar or at the rec center, wherever, at a park, and then you guys go on a date or something.
Yeah, a big dog. That's like one of the things that's insane right now.
I'm like the mental side of it too, bro. I feel like it's
Especially
crazy.
especially with like social media and everything.
Yeah,
Dog, somebody can reach out to your girl or your guy from another country and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna fly you out. We're gonna go to this VIP." Da da da. And yeah, it's fun, but then what? You come back home, you're faced with reality. It was just a quick little high.
yeah,
And I see with a lot of people, they're chasing those quick little highs instead of being with somebody and building something because it's so easy to bounce around. Like you're saying, hookup culture, all of the way that the dating world is right now is horrible.
yeah.
You can literally meet someone and it's like boom, like that. It's an instant flame and then it's gone.
That's the crazy. That's the what I think is the craziest part is like you get like if you guys get past like the what is it like 4 or 5 months of the first 4 or 5 months in your relationship, it's highs, all highs. You guys are doing shit together all the time. After you get past that 5 months to almost a year, and you really know that this person for who they are, you know their character, and it's like the spark just could just leave, dude.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like, and something crazy could happen, or you got built up shit that has been going on, but y'all been going through it, going through it, fighting those battles, making it work for another, and then, yeah, because it happened to me personally. Like it was something that was a reoccurring, and it was just so bad for my mental, bro. That it got to like one night where just got really bad, and I was like, looked at myself and told myself I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like it's more draining than it was for the first like 6 months together. You know what I'm saying? There
Yeah.
was always highs, ups, goods. We had our goods, bads, but we always kept it positive. You know what I'm saying? But after that, that year, and the same reoccurring shit keeps happening, and I'm not feeling as happy as I was. You really have to take a step back. But that's where it's still like so easy for people to move on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They could block you and then it's like boom. Not even just like on social media. It's like they block you
Yeah.
out of your mind and it's like, all right, what's the next thing?
And people be doing some devious shit once you fucking
Yes. Yes.
like as soon as you break it off, you never know what they're gonna do, and it might be crazy. But that's why I'm like, in our generation, bro, like we got we got shit on, bro.
We got the short end of the stick,
Yeah,
definitely.
bro. I don't know. Like when you really think of love, bro, do you really think there is a true form of love? I mean, I think there's ways of loving people, and you know, I don't know. I'm like, how should I say this? Um, it's like your parents and your mom, or your yeah, like your mom, bro. You gonna love her unconditionally because it's moms. Your sister, I'm gonna love her. You gonna love her unconditionally. But I feel like when it comes to a partner, well, what do you think? Do you think there's like real love nowadays?
Yes, I will say yes because I've literally just seen it,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be something that I talk about on my podcast with my brother-in-law and my sister because, dog, after everything they've went through in this last year and a half, the way things went, the way it went, it was fast, it was quick, everything happened.
yeah,
The best way I could say it is there's somebody for everyone, and you can find that love, but at the same time, it's gonna be the hardest thing that you have to figure out
yeah.
because it's gonna
Damn,
it's gonna be a lot of tough things
that y'all go through.
that you guys go through together. But being a team is the single-handedly strongest thing that you could have because you can have a bond that's like that and nothing can get in between it. If you guys go both into the same mindset of that, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's definitely gonna happen because you guys are both working towards this common goal of I want to be with this person for the rest of my life. I can't see this person being with somebody else or just throwing everything away because I care so strongly. And that's definitely something that's very hard to find.
yeah. I feel like
Or
most people in the best relationships weren't looking for it.
exactly. And that's the best way to go about it. And like that's one thing that's going on with me. I'm not looking for it. I'm just doing my thing, and when it comes, the time is right. It'll happen.
Yeah.
But
Do you think there's an age nowadays where like because that's what I'm telling you. There's a lot of people our age getting married and having kids. I'm like, do you think there is a time?
yeah, definitely. I feel like if you guys both feel the way about it, it's not just a feeling anymore.
Mm,
It's not just a feeling anymore. When you guys are both in it together, fighting towards a common goal. So like the age thing, it can come to you when you're 60. You could find the love of your life at 60. You could find the love of your life at 15 years old. I got a lot of friends that they got they met their love of their life in middle school.
yeah.
So
I was gonna say you don't see that many now, a lot nowadays.
yeah,
Like on the
definitely.
LeBron James and his wife type thing, where they've been together since high school.
Yeah,
Like you just don't. That's just not common, these
yeah,
days.
especially in this culture, man.
Yeah, bro. Not these days, bro.
But what it boils down to, dog, is accepting somebody for their flaws and their imperfections and still loving them. And
I think that's probably the hardest thing to do.
yeah,
That's
because
probably the biggest challenge. That like fuck, you know, that's like my last relationship kind of ended rocky, but that's I feel like that's the challenge, and I felt like we were both just really young. You know what I'm saying? That's so I just was like we were just young. Like of course we both weren't helping each other, and whenever shit got real, we were just butting heads. And we were telling you earlier, it's just could have been solved in an hour conversation instead of yelling for an hour that got nowhere, you know. But the hardest thing that I've learned, even from my past relationship, is having to seriously lock in and love this person for their flaws. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do even for somebody to love me.
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
none of like we said, we're chasing perfection, but nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
So if they are literally okay with your flaws and love you for you and consistently do it, and I'm not talking for, a couple weeks or a couple months and then the energy changes. I'm like every single day it's the same, like yay. I mean, no relationship perfect, so there's obviously gonna be ups and downs, but you literally have to look that person in the eyes and love them for their flaws. And I think that's such a hard thing to do. I'm still learning how to do it myself.
yeah. It's just kind of like J. Cole says, bro. There's always a better something out there, but you're not gonna be happy until you love the ones that are loving you.
Yeah, real shit.
And kind of tying in with that is like, I'm gonna be at a 5% today. It's not what I wanted. It's not what you wanted. But can you bring that 95 or get me back to 50-50?
Yeah.
You're gonna have hard days where it's like, I need to show you extra love, or you need a massage, or you need me
Yeah.
to do something for you, even if it's just the small things.
Real
But
shit.
that's definitely one thing, is like, you got to understand that we're not always gonna show up at 100%.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's
Damn
definitely
near
hard.
impossible. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be weeks on end where it's like you're just in a rut, but if somebody that really cared about you, they are going to
Fight
do
those battles with you.
fight those battles with you, whether that's sitting in silence with you, whether that's taking you to get your favorite ice cream, or
Those be
taking
games.
you for a nice little walk, whatever
Yeah.
it may be. But like you said, man, it's hard because the way that things go. Um, but as long as you are both fighting, who's gonna break that up? Only you can.
Yeah. Real shit. Like, power's in your hands. You know, it's your choice. What you do with it. You feel me?
And some people just don't understand that it's like, it's it's a job like anything else. You just gotta work towards it. You gotta work towards it, because you're not gonna like it every day. But would you rather be without that person?
Oh
Probably
shit! Is
not.
my mic off? Oh no, it's on. My fault. Transition to one more topic, and we get the hell up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Can't end on a on a girl's. Oh hell.
Yeah. Bringing this whole full circle, I hope that what people get out of this is that, back to perspective, your life is literally yours. Nobody else is going to live that life for you.
Yeah.
So why not go and show up, whether on your rough days, on your bad days, put your best foot forward. It's going to be hard, but you got to do it, because at the end of the day, your mental health is your mental health, and that's what you got to do to fix yourself. Because if you're not working on yourself and being self-aware of yourself, then the only person you're damaging is you,
Yeah.
because the world keeps spinning.
Real shit. It's gonna keep going. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. And trust me, it'll let you know. And you'll know whenever you're at rock fucking bottom, like you and SpongeBob. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, live your life. That's my thing. I hope people take this. You know, smile every day. It takes nothing to be kind to people. It takes nothing to hold in your emotions. I mean, let it out every once in a while when you by yourself. You know, if
Yeah.
you're having a rough day, don't make other people's days rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's only gonna go down. Like you said, you're only gonna destroy yourself. It's only gonna get worse. You know,
Yeah.
change your perspective. Be an uplifting person, because people will uplift you. You know, it's just like we were saying earlier. Just make it simple. Don't make it so difficult for yourself.
Literally.
If
Life.
you're struggling, bro, that doesn't mean I can't smile and wave at somebody. Can't put up a free hug sign and I was just joking around and
Yeah.
God, you made my day. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro?
exactly.
It takes nothing, bro.
And
Keep moving forward.
I think another big thing to realize is that when you're at the rock bottom, literally the only place you can go is up. And you wouldn't be put through these battles if you weren't about to hit something
Great.
great within yourself,
Facts.
whether that be your occupation, a passion, or even just figuring out who you are.
Shit, they could be learning the guitar, learning the instrument. You know what I'm saying? Could be learning how to skateboard. Could be doing anything, bro. As long as you keep trying. Tony Hawk didn't give up after he didn't land a kickflip.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan ain't give up because he missed a couple threes. Kobe surely didn't. He kept shooting.
Yeah.
He airballed 6 of them motherfuckers. Still kept shooting. Word. Keep shooting for the stars. You can only go up from here.
And one thing I like to think about too is, like, there's a lot of unfortunate things in this world, and I feel bad for the people that health issues or different things come up.
Yeah, injuries.
And even to the point where your life ends shortly, and which is a deeply sad thing. But if you woke up today, the mission's not over.
Yeah,
It's not over.
We still striving out here.
We
The
still
mission ain't
striving.
done.
All right, my brother. Ty, where can they find you, dog?
I mean, y'all can find me on Instagram, Snipe by Ty 15. Gonna see me soon. I'm be trying to get some pro looks overseas. So might be overseas somewhere. You might catch me over there someday. You know, I might start some content. This guy is doing something special, y'all. So love this guy. This is one of my day ones.
Yeah, brother. It's nothing but love, and I'm excited to get you on for another one because I definitely want to get to know this basketball side,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be for another time. But dog, I love you. You're one of my closest homies, whether we don't talk on a day-to-day or not.
It's always love.
I love you to death, brother, and let's just figure out this life.
Yeah, let's keep going, bro. We going up. We got so much to live for.
Much
bro.
love, brother. God bless.
Always, dog. Yo, this is the Life Looks podcast. Tune in. Yes, sir.